Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. Apparently what we have feelers we are getting right now clearly shows that there may be moves, strong moves and a fight by going on in Rivers State as accusing fingers have been pointed at Fubara allegedly over the plot he is making against Bola Tinubu. Let's find out and dive into the news proper to find out exactly what this plot is and why there's a reaction going on right now. And according to the news, the Coalition for Justice and Democracy CJD has accused the suspended Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara of orchestrating a campaign of calumny against President Bola Tinubu. In a statement some few hours ago and signed by its president, Comrade Raymond Ahiona, the coalition of the emergency powers granted him and under the constant oversight of committees set up by both chambers of the National Assembly to monitor Rivers during the emergency rule. Similarly, Fubara has chosen the path of bitterness and deceit, according to them. He has not forgiven President Tinubu for saving Rivers State from total political anarchy through the declaration of emergency rule. Now, in an act of reckless vengeance, he is sponsoring falsehood, pushing forged documents, and trying to smear the reputation of the president and the sole administrator. These antics will not succeed, CJD declared. The coalition stated that after carrying out its own checks, it found no evidence to support the claims of financial recklessness being circulated online against ibas. Every action of the sole administrator is monitored by oversight committees from both the Senate and the House of Representatives. His expenditures are scrutinized and subjected to due process. For everyone to claim that he single-handedly pulled out $500 billion from the coffers of Rivers State is not only laughable but deliberately mischievous, the group added. This is nothing but forged narrative manufactured by those who lost relevance under the emergency rule. Fubara is the unseen hand behind this malicious report. He hopes to poison the minds of Rivers people against President Tinubu and to discredit ibas, whose steady leadership has restored calm and order to the state, CJD said. The group further warned that such propaganda politics could inflame tensions and destabilize Rivers if not exposed for what it truly is. He said, and I quote, "What Fubara is doing is reckless and dangerous. Rather than take responsibility for the failures of his short-lived administration, he is weaponizing lies, sowing distrust, and dragging the president's name into his personal vendetta. This is not only unfair to President Tinubu, but also a betrayal of Rivers people who are finally enjoying stability after months of turmoil. Ibas has not gone beyond his authority. He has been meticulous in carrying out his duties and has kept faith with the mandate to stabilize Rivers State. He deserves commendation, not blackmail. Anyone suggesting otherwise is only doing the bidding of embittered politicians like Fubara," the coalition said. And the group called on security agencies to investigate the origin of the circulating document and to expose those behind the malicious forgery. There is no $500 billion missing from Rivers coffers. There are no inflated contracts funding the president's re-election. There are lies, or these are lies from the pit of desperation. The real story is that Fubara, who has been constitutionally sidelined under emergency rule, is fighting back with propaganda. He must be called out, the CJD said. Wow. This is, of course, this is coming from them. I don't know where they even they said the forged documents. I've not seen it before. This is the first time I'm actually hearing this. I don't know where they got their information from, but this is really sad. My colleague is in the house. I don't know what to make of this. Fubara, I've not really spoken. The guy said I feel for him sometimes. Why are they calling him out? What's your take on this?
Well, I think for me, this is an antics to prolong his suspension. That's what I perceive. Unfortunately, he seems to be an appointed governor. You understand? And since he has decided to...
Is there anything like appointed governor?
Yes, the only person that can be suspended is one who was appointed or employed by the government. But for someone who is elected, nobody has the right to, because it is unconstitutional for you to suspend an elected officer. So it seems as though he was appointed, unfortunately. And I don't know what's going on, but the way things are going, let it not, by virtue of this kind of information being pushed out there, if he refuses to respond to it, it may, number one, result to a shift. We can see a situation whereby on the 18th, the lawmakers may be called back, and then since they will say that the expected peace from his side has not been really perceived, and they'll keep shifting it, because come on, he's been there for as long as this is getting to 6 months. A lot of his fans are doing countdown for him to be reinstated. You know, I saw one of them said 30 days to go, 29 days and all of that. Now it's getting closer for him to be reinstated. Somebody just wake up and then claim that a particular write-up was intended to, talk down on the president, possibly to frustrate his re-election come 2027 and all of that. Now the person refused to give us full details of it, keep on painting it left, right, center and all of that. Now, can you show, maybe by video, that it was him that said it, or possibly someone should come up to own up? At one point they had a meeting with Fubara that resulted to all of. So it's a way of pushing forward that suspension, and I am so afraid for Fubara, because unfortunately he used his mouth. The Bible says that life and death is in the power of the tongue. They that make use of it shall eat the fruit thereof. He prophesied that he was no more interested in the position, and from all indications, the position seems to be running away from him. So with this fresh allegation against him, I don't know what the standpoint of the president is, because if there's anything that matters to Mr. President, is his re-election right now. So whatever that can be done to frustrate his re-election, and he would not take it kindly with the person. So if these they can come out with some more concrete evidence, no matter whether it is cooked or not, the president will leverage on it, and who knows, we can be looking at him coming back 5 months to the end of his tenure, and that's how unfortunate it has turned out to be.
I will help him say, God forbid, sincerely speaking. I really do wish he comes back. I think the people of Rivers have missed him a great deal. I would love to see him at least conclude his tenure. That's just good to wrap it up. Let's meet in our comment section. Alleged that Fubara was also behind the circulation of a document on social media which falsely accused the sole administrator of Rivers State, that's ibok, ibas, of mismanaging $500 billion and inflating contracts under the guise of funding President Tinubu's 2027 re-election bid. Now, according to the news, the group dismissed the allegations as baseless blackmail. It insisted that the sole administrator had acted strictly within the limits